Op gets absolutely destroyed in a flame war after being asked to prove ghosts don't exist. Go take a shower. Invincible Man, logic. But I ain't crying myself to sleep. Ah, shit. Even remembering it pisses me off. What is wrong with that degenerate? Ah, my bad. Just talking to myself. Listen to this, fam. Sad news. Op gets absolutely destroyed in a flame war after being asked to prove ghosts don't exist. It was around 2 a.m. last night. I was in my futon, doom scrolling on my phone. I had work the next day, so I needed to sleep, but I ended up opening ManJ like an addict. There was this bait thread. If you believe in ghosts, you're low IQ. I don't believe in the occult crap, so I wanted to back up the op. I posted, true. Scientifically impossible. Just a hallucination. Then, guess what? Some occult-loving normie comes out of nowhere and bites back. Then prove right now that there are no ghosts anywhere in the world? If you can't prove it scientifically, then ghosts might exist. Checkmate. The moment I saw that reply, I dropped my phone and it smacked me right in the face. I literally yelled, "What the fuck?" Wait, hold on. What do you mean proof they don't exist? But frustratingly, I couldn't think of a comeback on the spot. I typed, "No, that's weird," but he just kept trolling. So give me evidence, or are you running away? In the end, I just closed the tab and ran away. I know it's not just me. You degenerates have been there too, right? Prove aliens don't exist. Prove God doesn't exist. You just go, and get stuck. It's the Invincible Man, logic. But I ain't crying myself to sleep. I stayed up all night, trawling weakest, and even bought a logic book on Amazon. And I figured it out. I found out the true nature of their dirty trick. Long story short, they're using a cheat code called shifting the burden of proof. If you're clueless about this, you're gonna get exploited forever. So today I'm giving a lecture on how to counter this crap logic and beat them to a pulp next time. Title, sad news. The Invincible Man who says, prove it doesn't exist gets logically checkmated. 3 topics today. Number 1, the trap of the devil's proof. This is the basics. Number 2, where the burden of proof lies. Checking the rules here. Number 3, the ultimate weapon, summoning Russell's Teapot. You needs better get smart today before you leave. Got your notepads? Probably not, knowing you guys. Alright, let's start with number 1. The trap of the devil's proof. That demand to prove ghosts don't exist? It looks like they want a scientific rebuttal, right? But that's the trap. For example, take the crows you guys love so much. Crows are black. But say someone claims actually there is one transparent crow somewhere on Earth that makes no sound and can't be seen. You'd say, no way, are you brain dead? Then he says, then prove the transparent crow doesn't exist. How do you prove that? You search all of Japan. Not there. Hey, maybe it's in Brazil. Search Brazil. Not there. Maybe under the ice in Antarctica. Basically, to prove something doesn't exist, you have to monitor every single spot on Earth simultaneously without missing a thing. If you miss one spot, they say it was hiding there, and it's game over. Impossible unless you're God, right? That's the devil's proof. Proving a negative is so hard. Only a devil could do it. The guy who trolled me yesterday was just pushing this impossible task onto me, watching me fail, and claiming I win. In sumo terms, it's like throwing rocks from the audience without ever stepping into the ring. Absolute cowardice. So, if anyone asks for proof of non-existence, remember this word. That's the devil's proof. Just knowing this will keep you from panicking. Next up, topic number 2, where the burden of proof lies. In an argument, who has to prove it? The guy saying it exists, or a guy saying it doesn't? There's a clear rule here. This will be on the test, lads. The burden of proof lies with the claimant. That's the main principle. Let's use a court example. Say you guys get accused of being a groper. Well, you guys don't have any reason to ride a packed train. but just hypothetically. The police say you did it. If you had to prove I didn't do it, what happens? I was sleeping at home. Anyone see you? No. I live alone. No proof. Guilty. That's a dark trial right there. Modern law says innocent until proven guilty. Unless the accuser brings solid evidence, you're innocent. The one who says it exists, or you did it, must provide the evidence. That's the iron rule. So back to the ghost story. The other guy is claiming ghosts exist, so the responsibility to show evidence they exist is 100% on him. Asking for evidence they don't exist is like a prosecutor coming to court empty-handed and telling the defendant, if you can't prove you're innocent, you're guilty. Brain-dead logic. Why should I spend my late night proving ghosts don't exist for some troll? Ridiculous. When I realized this, I almost tore my pillow apart in frustration. Remember this. Asking the negative side for proof is a foul, a disqualification. Say this clearly and you won't lose the flame war. Now, here's the main event. Topic number 3, summoning Russell's Teapot. You get the logic, but in a real flame war, the opponent just spams shut up idiot. Show proof. They don't speak human languages. I'll teach you the ultimate counterpunch for those moments. This shuts them up for good. It's Russell's Teapot. There was this absolute unit of a philosopher named Bertrand Russell. He made this analogy. What if I claim there's a tiny Chinese teapot floating in orbit between Earth and Mars, circling the sun? Listen, a teapot in space. Impossible, right? But Russell Bro continues. This teapot is too small to be seen by even the strongest telescopes. Then I say, no one can prove the teapot isn't there. Since you can't prove it doesn't exist, the teapot exists. Anyone who doubts this is insulting human reason. What do you think? You think, is this guy brain damaged? You want to say no. If you can't see it, it's not there. That's the point. If they say prove ghosts don't exist, hit them with the teapot. I see. Then I claim there's an invisible teapot sitting on your head right now. By your logic, unless you can prove there isn't a teapot on your head, you're a moron walking around with a teapot on your head. You cool with that? Checkmate. Now, they'll say that's impossible. Then you smirk and type. Oh? If you can't prove it doesn't exist, it means it exists, right? That's what you said. Yikes, my personality is trash. But you have to be this toxic to beat the Invincible Man. Russell's Teapot is the ultimate sarcasm against shifting the burden of proof. They'll have no choice but to turn red and delete their account. Anyway, to summarize, we talked about Devil's Proof, burden of proof, and Russell's Teapot. Basically, if someone asks you to prove it doesn't exist, don't take them seriously. It's not a debate, it's just bullying. A trash game with broken rules. So just keep a cool face and say, burden of proof is on you, bro. Go look for a teapot. Then close the thread and sleep. That's the best way to win. You gloomy introverts are too nice. You try to answer seriously. If this boosts your defense even a little, I'm happy. Not that this knowledge fills the void in your life, though. You gotta fix that yourself. Oops, look at the time. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Well, I'll just wake up and go back to sleep anyway. Next time, I'll explain the Samaritan's dilemma. Good intentions backfiring. Might hurt to hear for softies like you. Alright, smash that like and subscribe. If you don't, I'll curse you so Russell's Teapot falls on your pillow tonight. Dismissed. Go take a shower.